Hello, welcome to my video. My name is Subhashini Khandelwal from Group 9B, second year from Mosh State Medical University. Today, I am going to tell you about the pathogenesis and some information about typhoid fever and also some jokes to entertain you. So you will see what type of patients come to my clinic. So let's see. Come. Hello doctor. Hello Mrs. Sangeeta. Take my reports, doctor. Yes. I have to tell you with great sadness that you have malaria. You have malaria. Are you sure, doctor? I really have malaria. Actually, I had read about a patient that the doctor kept treating him for malaria. But when he died, it found out that he had typhoid. Don't worry, this does not happen in our hospital. If we treat patient with malaria, he dies with malaria only. This is the biggest feature of our hospital. The person who gets disease dies from that disease only. What? This was just to entertain you. Now, let's begin the introduction about typhoid fever, which is also known as enteric fever, the member of Enterobacteriaceae family. It is life-threatening illness which is caused by Salmonella typhimurium. This bacteria is spread through contaminated food or water and occasionally through direct contact with someone who is infected, and also through poor sanitation and overcrowding. These bacteria are found in water, vegetation, soil or intestine. Salmonella typhimurium, a small rod-shaped bacteria which cause a gut infection well known as Salmonella diarrhea. The infection starts by eating contaminated food or water. After ingestion, the bacteria travels to the alimentary system. Most of the bacteria are usually killed by acidic conditions in our stomach. However, the few bacteria may survive to another transport to the intestine. The intestinal walls are made up of mainly from the epithelial cells, which form a protective covering against the microbial which introduced in the gut. In the gut lumen, Salmonella has to compete with another bacteria of the normal gut flora. Salmonella typhimurium uses its flagella to spring with the surface of epithelial cells, which is covered with a vast number of small extension, the microvilli, which increase the surface area for absorbing nutrients. Several factors on Salmonella surface, that is like villi and flagella, help the bacteria to attach to the epithelial cells. This plays an important role in the colonization of the bacteria in the intestinal lumen. Once Salmonella has attached to the surface, it now starts to invade into the interior of these cells. Salmonella typhimurium uses its specialized needle-like organelle to type 3 secretion system to deliver its toxin directly into the intestinal host cells. This system functions as a molecular syringe. It starts to inject salmonella toxins as soon as it gets in contact with the host cell surface. Via this type 3 secretion system, Salmonella typhimurium inject the whole total toxins, the effector proteins, into the intestinal cells. Inside the host cells, the effectors interact with the cellular proteins and lipids and manipulate their functions. The injected Salmonella toxins with the help of needle-like organelle, that is SIP A into the host cell, activates specific proteins, that is F-actin, which induced pronounced changes of the host bioskeleton. As a result, the epithelial cell membrane extends outward. This ruffling process leads to the engulfment of invading bacteria. Until it is taken up completely into the interior of the host cell, like this. Then the bacteria will be inside the host cell. Cellular lifestyle of Salmonella typhimurium inside the vacuole. There has been formed the journey engulfment of the bacteria by the host cell membrane. If different type 3 secretion apparatus is assembled, then it starts to inject different sets of Salmonella effectors, that is SIF A, across the vacuolar membrane. Manipulate host functions. They all to the properties of vacuole and trafficking processes in the host cell, so that the bacterium is protected inside its vacuole from host defenses. Thin filaments extend from the vacuoles covered with Salmonella effectors. For example, SIF A. Now the bacterium is safe and starts to replicate. Using type 3 secretion system is molecular syringe to inject effectors in the intestinal cells or nucleoid signaling pathway. Salmonella establishes an infection in the gut, has a profound inflammatory response leading for typical symptoms of infection. Sustained high fever 103 degree to 104 degree, abdominal pain or stomach pain, diarrhea or constipation, cough and weakness or headache. If left untreated, someone infected with typhoid fever can continue to have fever for weeks or months, which can cause variety of complications. If not treated, this complication leads to death. About 30% of people die with these complications. For diagnosis, you can go for Vidal test, in which blood, urine or stool samples can be taken. Also, for the treatment, there should be given antibiotics. For example, ciprofloxacin. Thank you.